Hi guys, and welcome back or welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a book haul for all of the books that I've hauled in May. At least I think it's all of them. I do try and keep track of how many books I've hauled each month, so hopefully this is accurate. This is in no particular order, I'm just going to randomly get started, but my first book that I've hauled is Wings of Starlight by Alison Saft. This I saw in Waterstones and I was really intrigued by it. It's got an absolutely stunning cover and it was kind of a cover buy, to be honest. It's about Queen Clarion from Tinkerbell and the winter leader guy. When I watched the film when I was younger, I was really intrigued by their whole story that they had going on. So I'm very interested to read this. So I think that'll be an interesting one. Next I have Anathema, I think is how you pronounce it. This book I had to buy because I heard that they're getting traditionally published and I love an indie paperback, so I had to rush to get the indie paperback while it was still available. I just look how floppy, and they're just so much nicer sometimes. I think I really like the feel of an indie paperback. But yeah, so I've heard really good things about this and I've heard it's like a gothic story and I love a gothic story, so I'm really excited to pick this up. This book came definitely at the start of the month because I decided in, I think it was April, to order all of the Blood and Steel series. This is the second book in the Blood and Steel series. This is Vows and Ruins by Helen Shearer. I think Helen Shearer. But yeah, this is the second book in the series. My third and fourth books arrived a lot sooner, whereas this one took a bit longer to come. So I've been waiting for this one so I can continue the series. I really enjoyed book one. I like the sort of trainee mentor trope. There's very much there's a who did this to you moment, which I love. So I'm just very excited to continue with this series. Next I have my Fairyloot edition of Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros. So it comes with the sprayed edges. I actually have the Fourth Wing edition and the Onyx Storm edition now, but I don't have Iron Flame. So if anyone knows where to get the Fairyloot edition of Iron Flame for a non-ridiculous price, do let me know, because I'd love to complete my collection, but I'm not paying like hundreds of pounds for a book. I'm sorry, that's ridiculous. I'm not doing that. This is what it looks like under the dust jacket. It's got some nice foiling. It's got the sprayed edges. It's got, I think, the same end papers as the normal edition has. Just the same artwork on the front and the back, I believe. Yeah. So that's the same as the normal one. And then it also has a reverse dust jacket, which I will probably display the reverse dust jacket. Next up is my Waterstones exclusive edition of A Curse Carved in Bone. This is the sequel to A Fate Inked in Blood and it's by Danielle L. Jensen. I loved A Fate Inked in Blood. It was so good. I got an early reader copy of it, like an ARC, when I worked in a bookstore. And it was so good. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the Norse mythology. I really liked the dynamic between the two main individuals, that there was a romance between. I really liked the actual plot. I thought it was quite, I was really excited. So I've been waiting for this for more than a year, because I got it the November or earlier, the year prior to when Fate Inked in Blood came out. So I've been waiting for this for absolutely ages and I'm very excited to get to this. If you know what happened at the end of A Fate Inked in Blood, you know why I'm excited to get to this. You know why that ending meant I had to get to the second book as soon as possible. I have Silver Elite by Danny Francis, but apparently that's a pen name for another popular author. So I'm intrigued to try and figure out who that is. I doubt I will, because I don't think anyone knows, but I'm kind of intrigued to see if I can figure out who it is, see if I can recognize any writing styles. But I've heard really good things about, well, actually, I've heard mixed opinions on this book. Some people think it's really, really good. It's amazing. It's like Divergent, and I adore Divergent. Well, I did until the third book, and then that third book didn't happen. I'm sorry. What was that? Veronica Roth, what did you do? But anyways, I love Divergent, and I love the Divergent sort of vibes. So I'm interested to try this. and I've heard some really good things, and then I've also heard some people that absolutely really don't like it, so I'm wondering where I'll fall. So that's an interesting one. And I think this is the Waterstones exclusive edition because it has sprayed edges. Next I have The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig, and I'm so excited for this book. In fact, so excited apparently that I accidentally ordered it twice. So I now have 2 copies of this book. One is the standard edition and one is the Waterstones exclusive edition. But apparently I was just so excited for this book, I had to order it twice. I definitely want to see what this one's like. It's got lovely end papers on the special edition. So obviously I'm going to keep the Waterstones exclusive edition, and I might pop this one on my Vinted, or I might give it away to a friend, or I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Maybe I'll do a giveaway. Maybe that'll be fun. As far as like loose books go, that is all of my loose books. I've still kept my Fairyloot Romantasy, my Illumicrate regular box, and my Fairyloot YA. And I've still kept them in the boxes. So we're going to unbox those together and we're going to see what they look like. First of all, I've got what I think is the Fairyloot Romantasy box. This is Broken Souls and Bones by L.J. Andrews. I haven't actually heard of this one, so that's very interesting. That's one thing I like about subscription boxes, is that it sometimes shows me books that I would not have picked up myself, or I would not have known about myself. It's quite an interesting way to get new recommendations and to make sure I keep my horizons broadened. So the theme for this was Whispers of Ruin. The book is Broken Souls and Bones, and it has this lovely front cover, some stunning sprayed edges with a wolf on. It has some art on the end papers. So it has this on the front end papers, and it has this on the back end papers, and then it has silver silver foiling on the hardcover. So that's what the front looks like, and that's what the back looks like. This is the reverse of the dust jacket, which I'm assuming is the normal cover of the book, and then the cover that is showing is, I'm assuming, a redesigned cover from Fairyloot. This sounds like a typical romantasy, having just read the inside cover. My next book that I'm going to unbox is the Illumicrate monthly books. I get the book only. This is A Song of Legends Lost by M.H. Ayand. M.H. Ayand. I don't feel like that's correct. I'm probably butchering the name, and if I am, I'm very sorry. I will look up how to pronounce this author's name after. This is the stunning sprayed edges of the Illumicrate edition. Lovely front cover. That's the full dust jacket, and there's no reverse dust jacket. There's embossing on the cover that's in black. That is the front, if you can see it in the light. And that is the back. There's artwork on the end papers. So that's the front, and it's got gold foiling. And that is the back. Well, that's really pretty. This looks really pretty, and I'm excited to give it a go. Lastly, but not least, is my Fairyloot YA box. The theme was Written in the Stars for May 2025, but I'm not going to look at any of the stuff on the back. Immediately I can see we have a nice book sleeve. This looks to me like it might be inspired by Divine Rivals, is it? Yeah, it says Divine Rivals on it. So this is lovely. It's plush, it's got a zip, it is like silky on the inside. Next we have the Floating World pin. That is what the pin looks like. Next we have a Howl's Moving Castle puzzle. So that's very interesting. It's 1,000 pieces. Oh, it's very pretty. I love Howl's Moving Castle, and I love a good jigsaw puzzle. I feel like they're really good to do when you're listening to an audiobook, so that's really nice. On the back it shows you what the actual image is going to look like when it's finished, and that looks really pretty. I don't know if 1,000 pieces is too much for me, because I usually do like 500 piece puzzles because I'll lose interest before I finish longer ones. But if it's Howl's Moving Castle, I might actually do it. It comes with some page overlays for the monthly book. So I'll get the monthly book out and then we'll look at the page overlays. Next is the tarot cards. I think these might be from the monthly book as well, but we have the Queen of Planets and the King of Planets. Last but of course not least, we have the book of the month, the YA book of the month, and that is The Floating World by Axio. It has some stunning, again, they're all stunning, I say this a lot, but they're all stunning, sprayed edges, and then it's like pinky peach on the top and bottom. Oh, it's really pretty under the dust jacket as well. It's like a printed hardcover with gold, is it gold? Yeah, with gold foiling. That's a very pretty hardcover. Has artwork on the end papers again. That's the front end paper, and that's the back end paper. This is the full dust jacket, which I think is a redesigned cover. Try and show you. And then this is the reverse, which I'm assuming is the regular cover. If you don't want to see the overlays, I will put a time on screen of when you can skip to for the overlays to be done, because I don't know if they're going to spoil any of the book's scenes. I'm assuming they won't, or they won't be too important, or they might not make sense out of context. But first is this one, and then this one, and then this one, and then finally this one. Those are very pretty. I love that they've started doing overlays, because I love page overlays as an add-on for a book. I feel like it helps bring the book to life, and they're just such a fun customization. So I love that Fairyloot have started doing more overlays in their boxes. That's very nice. There's the little monthly bookmark as well, which is a little bit bent, but that's fine. Thank you so much for watching my unboxing. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please give it a like and go ahead and subscribe if you want more content from me. I'm going to be posting a lot more bookish content in the future. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a lovely day, and I will see you again in the future, hopefully.